So we're going to be just ranking fan-made Omnitrixes. Alright, let's go. First off, for fan-made Omnitrixes, I don't know why the... So, we're going to add one more row and make it green, because of course. Cannon. Alright, we'll put cannon there. Start off pretty simple, that's how I'd rank it. Reboot, I'd probably put it doggy doo-doo. I know, it's actually a pretty cool design, but it's followed up with the fact that we have the reboot. I'll do the same for the Omnitrix. There is the multiverse variants, which is just the same as the Prime Omnitrix or whatever Omnitrix, just different color. I'll put a multiverse. And the Bio Omnitrix is doggy doogie. Doggy doo-doo. I don't like it at all. Alright, now let's go with the fan-made stuff. Evatrix, I mean, it goes in its own tier. I mean, I'm not a fan of like ranking my stuff with everything else because I don't like to be biased, but this is just naturally true. The Zelotrix, it's a creation from Darren Z, I think that's what his name is, and he had one of the coolest introductions, and I think it's a good creation. It's very unique. It basically replaced aliens with demons. It's edgy. Oh, should I put it at peak? Actually, no, we'll wait to see. No, fuck it, we'll put it at peak. Because I reckon it's one of the best creations I've ever seen. It's cool in design, the story's actually pretty neat. Well, base Prime Omnitrix, I'll put it good creation. It's really just an adaptation of the canon, so I think it's only fair to put it there. You don't really need me to explain it, I've already talked about it in the 5L video, sort of, so yeah. The Chuckatrix. Oh my god. The amount of weebs that commented this anytime I talked about it were crazy! So, I don't know. I really don't know. Is it good creation? Is it good creation? It's pretty much just the same thing but with a heart in that. So like design wise it's not different, but then again it's from the peak prototype Omnitrix, so I do think good creation. Do I think it's better than the 5L? In all honesty, not really. The Chuckatrix is unique in style. It's pretty much Pokemon, which people would be like, it's just a rip-off of Pokemon. So what? Pokemon is awesome. So I'd actually put it here. Keep it here. They're on the same tier, I reckon. The Parasitatrix. Okay, that's an interesting one. People don't talk about the Parasitatrix for no reason. I saw it on Reddit, and basically I power scaled it like a year ago. I never made a video of it, I just power scaled it to see what it's like. What do I think of this? Well, the Parasitatrix has so many unique styles with how the aliens are. Like, they're all mutated. Some of them are actually far superior to the original aliens. It's, in my opinion, pretty much the Carnatrix, but more crazier and more overpowered. It also has Alien X, so I just pointed that. But in terms of design, it's the most unique, and I do think absolute peak. Absolute peak, just from its design. Now, get into the Carnatrix, which is probably what people are here for. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I like the design, I like its take. It's very different from the original Omnitrix, and it had a pretty good idea, just terrible execution with how the story was. It's pretty much just edgy Ben 10. Sorry. More edgy Ben 10. I honestly think it's I think it's I. Like, in design, I would put it in good creation, but I reckon its story kind of holds it down. And because I hear it's getting a remake, I feel like its eye is alright for now. Now the Bloodtrix. You guys saw I talked about the Bloodtrix, and one of my most viewed shorts was the Bloodtrix versus the Carnatrix, like ages ago. Bloodtrix, interesting design. It's pretty much the same edgy as Carnatrix, so normally I would put it as its eye. The Bloodtrix is actually better than the Carnatrix with how it's portrayed. The Adaptatrix. I feel like Dr. Wardy had a good idea with this. With how it's designed, it's pretty much a colored Ultimatrix similar to the Evatrix, which it's really just like color changed to the original Ultimatrix. Well, I do think it's a good, has a good idea for the aliens, which again, I like the idea so much I created my own with it. Actually, no, I'll change this. This is how I think it is right now. With it, honestly, I feel like absolute peak, but you know what? It's either at the bottom of absolute peak or the top of good creation. I'll keep it like that. The X-Trix, meh. I don't like it. I actually like the design, which is why it's not in Doggy Doo-Doo, but the concept of just making every alien Alien X is just so boring to me. The reason people don't like talking about Ben 10 in like power scaling discussions is because Alien X can pretty much beat anyone. Like through just like he has all the hacks, blah blah blah. That annoys me. And while the concept of making the aliens stronger is cool, which is why I do like that, it makes them too strong, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Like Alien X is already supposed to be the peak of power. The other aliens are supposed to make it so that the main character doesn't have to use Alien X to beat stronger and stronger opponents. So if anything... Alright, the Omnitrix. Oh, this is gonna piss people off. This is gonna piss her off so much. I'm so sorry. What's your name now, Ollie? I love the design. It's alright. It's pretty good. In fact, I think it's the best design of It's Alright so far. Shit. It's best. But the fact that it can just do ultimate fusions, and then like the reboot functions, I just feel like you just gave it everything. But when you give him everything, it's got cool powers, don't get me wrong, it's cool. But it has too much. The Omnitrix like weaknesses makes them more interesting. Because like you got weaknesses, Ben's left by himself. He doesn't, he's just a better version of this. So I feel like that's fair. But these have weaknesses, but their stories drag them down. And I haven't seen I've seen the first 4 chapters of Kiri's story, but not nearly enough to justify the story. So if anything, would be canon OP. I feel like that's a fair stat. So now I'll put these right here. That's where I'll put them. Now 5YL, awesome. Absolute peak. It makes the long version of the Ultimatrix seem, well, insignificant, which I feel like insert any penis joke ever. It looks better than the Prime Omnitrix. It's probably the only like continuation of that story that looks better than the prototype, and I just really like it. It also is followed by one of the coolest introductions to an alien hero.
Don't try that again.
The Charnatrix, the Cacatrix, it's basically a fusion of the Carnatrix and the Chacatrix. Which actually, in my personal opinion, it's better than the both combined. Creating like aliens to reproduce, weeby, creates psychotic aliens, edgy, but doing the both to put the user in danger and only leaving the alien as a last resort is a huge weakness. That makes sense for an alien. It makes sense for a story. It is a good story. However, if it was an R18 show, that could get extremely dark extremely quick, because if the aliens are horny and monstrous, dude, that is absolutely terrifying when they're chasing you down. Anyways, I'll keep them there because I really like them. The Ultimatrix is pretty much just the reverse tricks, but cooler. So I guess I'll start with the reverse tricks. The reverse tricks is pretty much get the aliens, they sample and they get reversed. That's a cool idea. It's pretty basic, but it's a cool idea. It's pretty much the Omnitrix, just worse. And because of the design mixing with the recalibrated and like the prototype, I do like it. I would put it at would be canon OP. There's a few details, and the Ultimatrix is pretty much the same. However, I actually like the design of the Ultimatrix in like when shown. Apparently the photo wasn't good, so we'll put it there. So I do think it would be canon OP, but No, I reckon that's good. I might have to change this at the end just to fix it, but yeah. Okay, Soul Tricks. What does the Soul Tricks do again? Yeah, this is where I rank them. I may or may not make this public, so then you guys can look at it too. But yeah. All right.